SEC has finally approved a Bitcoin ETF, just as we've been saying at De Vere for quite a period of time. It's finally happened, and it's going to have a massive impact on investments. In fact, has an effect on your pocketbook, on your money you have, and everybody can access Bitcoin. So let me explain what Bitcoin is, first of all, in brief, and then explain why exactly it's going to have a big effect immediately and longer term. First of all, what is Bitcoin? Well, a Bitcoin is very simple. It's code. It's a computer keeping score rather than a government keeping score. We've always had a system of payments. We've always had a world whereby you've kept a score, system of payments, whatever it may be, a sheep for a goat, some way of keeping score. Or if you went in a pub, they chalked it on the board and you paid at the end of the week. There's been a system of payments. Of course, we've used currency. Governments have printed currency. But in recent years, it's been abused, and governments have printed extra currency, and putting more and more in, which devalues what you have. The computer keeping score, and with Bitcoin in particular, there's a maximum amount, 21 million. There'll never be more Bitcoins in the world. So in other words, you know where you stand, and it's a computer keeping score. Nobody can cheat. It's code. It's going to be there. It's on a ledger. In other words, it really is a situation whereby you don't have to trust a government or someone else. You can actually know what you've got. It's massive. And of course, Bitcoin has increased in popularity for over a 10-year period. And more people have invested in it around the world. And of course, in many countries where currencies have been devalued, they have invested in Bitcoin and made sure their money is safe. SEC approving ETFs. What does it mean? It means, first of all, number one, you get the big players involved. BlackRock, massive, trillions that they have. Fidelity, massive. Imagine those people, those large companies, talking to their customers. In fact, Bloomberg said 4 billion is going to go in just the next 24 hours. So number one, it adds that credibility to people. You don't have to use an exchange. So credibility, you don't have to go on and use perhaps a shady exchange like FTX. You can actually just buy an ETF. Some people, of course, would prefer to buy the Bitcoin themselves. De Vere is just about to launch an exchange, and if you want to do that and keep it within the exchange or take it offline, then of course you can do so. Many people want to go that direction, but just see the fact that the ETF is another way of doing it. And Bitcoin, for example, we have as a fund. You can invest in a fund, okay, as we have it available for our clients, or an ETF, or you can buy it yourself, whichever you prefer. But what it means is Bitcoin is mainstream. But third, it's a ripple effect. Why is it a ripple effect? Well, Bitcoin being accepted as an ETF, a major players coming in, has a ripple effect on all other cryptocurrencies. So Ethereum's already up 15% in the last 24 hours. Why? It's going to be the next ETF. It's got much further to go. Could be a very good investment. Many people are looking at Ethereum now because it's the next one in. What it means is that digital assets are here to stay. That's why you should talk to somebody and a financial advisor like somebody from De Vere, so that we can talk to you about the various different ways you can have some exposure to this particular asset class. Remember, always diversify your money, but nevertheless, it's something that's fascinating. Also remember, it's your money, it's your rules. And if you've got Bitcoin, you're actually your money, your rules. You can be in the situation where you're in control, not a government. Is it a game changer? Absolutely. Is it here to stay? Buckle up. There's going to be volatility. Tell me any questions you've got. I'll be pleased to ask them. But right now, we're super pleased to say, as we predicted, Bitcoin ETF is launched.